Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we are going to be back in Minecraft again today. Actually, we're going to talk about Minecraft a little bit too because there was not a snapshot but a new Bedrock preview came out yesterday and they introduced some new capabilities of the copper golem and they introduced shelving to Minecraft, and it's got some unique properties which I thought was kind of fun to look at. So we're going to take a poke over at that on the Minecraft.net article. We'll obviously be talking about that on the SpongeChunks podcast coming up this week, so it'll be nice to have some news to talk about there. There wasn't a Java snapshot. I anticipate that to be next week. That's all in Bedrock, so I have not yet had the chance to pop into Bedrock to kind of mess around with it. Maybe we'll try a creative mode or something later today if I've got the time. But as of right now, the article is kind of all I have to go on. But it looks interesting, so it should be kind of fun. Dan, SweetSandi, good to see you. Hope everyone's having a good Wednesday so far. And I'm a little bit late starting the stream today because just tech issues. I logged in and my camera wasn't working. Or sure, the camera was working, the capture card wasn't working. And so I had to restart the system. And in the process of restarting the system, Windows wanted me to get into Windows 365 and would not let me get past the boot screen. And it's one of those days where technology, you question why you use it. It's like, all I want you to do is turn on and play Minecraft and let me stream to Twitch. That's it. I don't really ask much more of this computer. And so when it doesn't do the thing I ask it to do, it drives me a little bit crazy. So sorry we're late starting today. Another hot day for Sandy. I mean, that's what vacation is for, Sandy. No chance for rain until Saturday. Wow. Well, it's sunny here. I mean, it's nice here, but I'm on the coast, so it can be temperate most of the time. We'll have our hot days, but it's usually a bit more balanced. So I'm gonna pop open the website. Where did I put Chrome? There we go. So my face is over part of it, but you can see the shelves at the top here. Not bookshelves, but shelves. And you can put items in them. So they're very similar to a chiseled bookshelf with books, but you can do it with items. And you can power them. And if you power them, then you can use them to instantly swap parts of your inventory, apparently. I haven't tried to mess with that. People in the SpongeChunks Discord are talking about being an inventory swapping solution. And I don't think that's really going to solve anything for me. I don't want to have to go to a location to pull items out of pull single items out of a bookshelf, right? Like if it's only holding one thing, then what do I need one thing for? So that part isn't clear. They come in all the wood types, which is very cool, and we'll take a look at that in a second. Then there is the shelves can be crafted from 6 matching blocks of any stripped log, stripped stem, or block of stripped bamboo. So there's a bamboo version as well. Can hold up to 3 item stacks. Oh, so it does carry stacks, so that's good. Interacting with any of the 3 slots on the front swaps the player's main hand item with the contents of that slot. The shelf displays all items it contains in front of it, similar to an item frame. And then when the shelf is powered by redstone, its front texture changes to reflect that it's powered. When placed next to each other, up to 3 powered shelves will connect. So 3x3 is 9. That's your 1 through 9 on your hotbar. So you can swap out a hotbar. But that doesn't do anything with your inventory, like the other parts of your inventory. So it's great for a loadout, maybe if you're going to go fight a boss, the Wither or Ender Dragon or something like that. But I don't see it being a inventory help, Single shelf interacts with 3 rightmost, 2 connected shelves interacts with 6 rightmost, and then the whole hotbar if you interact with 3. Makes sense. Then there's the copper golem. The copper golem has got some poses. They fixed some bugs. The copper golem will stop moving if it oxidizes, so you have to wax them. So that adds a layer of things that you have to do to the copper golem to make it useful. I'm not sure that really is something that is of any interest to me. I feel like the fact that the copper golem poses and puts out different signals is interesting, but I don't see myself really using it for much. I feel like it's a feature that we just didn't ask for, And then Golem statue block. Where was it? Copper Golem no longer continues chest interaction animations, that kind of thing. Yeah. What I really wanted to look at, though, is the wiki, because there is an article. I'll put this in the chat so folks live can go check it out. But as you scroll down, you'll see images. So if we go down to the bottom, you can see a larger view of what the shelf looks like. So that's an oak shelf. I don't know why. I guess they have an edge. Like, so there's like they have a texture. If they're connected, there's a texture that happens in between. Single, and then what they look like if they're connected. So right now, I think the single one is the easiest one to look at. But they do sort of look like a mishmash of like a trapdoor and a chiseled bookshelf. There's birch. Jungle has got that funky jungle color. That's a lot darker than a stripped jungle log. These ones look interesting. The acacia, if you put them both together, like if you put them back to back, it would look like an I-beam, like a steel beam. These ones I thought are pretty cool. They're not black, but they're pretty close. I could see this on the front of, if you were making like a vehicle, you know, like you could put this as like the front radiator or fender or something of a vehicle. This one's dark enough, it might work as well. That's the mangrove one. Cherry wood has got these little plus signs on it. I think it's probably meant to be flowers, but not sure. It's a little darker too, which is cool. Pale oak. That looks like it would match the trapdoors very well. And then bamboo. It's a terrible color, but that's what bamboo looks like in the game, so makes sense. And then of course the crimson ones are just very, very bright. I don't know that there'd be a lot of uses for those. This could be interesting if you're doing some sort of trim or color decoration on a castle or something, maybe. I'll have to see. It's hard from these images too, like you'd have to see them kind of in game. There's a slightly larger view, but like the pale oak one is definitely off-white, so it might go better with quartz than pale oak. And there's one of the poses of the golem. So if they hold a full stack in each slot, that's interesting. But that doesn't seem to really indicate on the shelf, if that's the case. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. Another use for stripped logs. I mean, that's fine. It's just it's expensive. Although I guess you get 3. Yeah, so you put in 6 logs and you get out 6 bamboo shelves or whatever. You think it's single items and not stack? If it's single items, then like that's of no use to me whatsoever. Like it's not a storage thing. It's just a display shelf, right? Like it's fine for tools, you know, like if you want to put your silk touch pick and your fortune picks or something like on display, that kind of stuff. Maybe armor trim, but like what, you know, it's not going to really be of any use if the only thing I can put in it is a single item, right? Like how does that help me? So, I mean, it's a great decorative block. I'm not complaining about that aspect of it. Like I think that's going to be great. I mean, I was watching PixelRest stream yesterday and saying that, you know, vertical slabs, essentially it's what it is, vertical slabs. But as far as the practicality and the function of it, like if it's not anything more than a single item. Yeah, Dom, I agree. Like if it's a single item, then like you can put books on it. If you can hover over it. So here's the thing. So right now, if you put books in a chiseled bookshelf, you can't tell. You can't tell what book it is. But if you put a single book on this, and you hover over it, and it gave you like a number, or like it gives you like the hover text, then that would be cool. Dan says it does do stacks. All right. It's still only a single stack though, right? So you get 9 stacks that you can swap out. Refilled or drained with hoppers, maybe. But how would the hopper differentiate between the 3 items, right? Anyway. Put this. So yesterday we were working on the Mint Hill. it's very green. I need to add some trees. The first thing we're going to do is add some custom trees, I think. I might try to grow one just to kind of see what the natural Minecraft generation will give us. Yeah, I don't necessarily, because the limitation is your hotbar, not your full inventory, then I don't really see the draw. Like, it just seems like a lot more to manage. Plus, it's not mobile. Like, I mean, if I had shelves of stuff in the keep, that's great, but it's way over there. Like, what good does that do me? I need inventory management when I'm out building. But that's what I need. I need saplings, spruce leaves. No hopper interaction? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, SweetSandi, I agree. I think it's probably more practical for me as a decorative block. Vertical slabs, that kind of thing. All right, so where do I want another tree? I thought I was going to have one around there. I could also see one up there. Yeah, somewhere's around there. I think also kind of right there. The bee's crossing the river now. Interesting. I wonder what he's found over there that he's pollinating. Yeah, you know what? I would say probably right about where I'm standing. Maybe a little bit higher. Probably on that grass block right there. It's not the biggest tree. Oops. I really don't like how grass prevents you from placing blocks. Like this tall grass is keeping me from placing blocks where I want to place them. It's really frustrating. And now I can't see. Awesome. And now I'm destroying the landscape. Off to a good start. That definitely helps. The fact that there is a tree there at all certainly helps. I mean, it changes the profile completely. It really is hard to see in here. Should be able to put these back. To see how that looks. Looks all right. Other spot is in this empty spot right up there. Hopefully this one will be a little bit easier. There won't be as much stuff around it. Hopefully this looks okay. It does not. To take some stuff off the top of it, I guess. I thought the chunkier tree might look a little bit more unique, but Yeah, that does help. That does help. I really dislike that I can't place blocks. Now, is there more places for trees? It's funny how that really does kind of break up the hill a bit. Certainly at the top. Yeah, that's good. Maybe if you're hovering a bit above the ground, you wouldn't destroy the grass like on a happy ghast. Problem with that, you can't see the ground when you're on a happy ghast. You can build above you, no problem, but building below you, you look down and all you see is like this much of the ghast. That's one of the things I really don't like about them. I guess I can put some of this stuff back. Grass, bushes. Bring some stone as well. I feel like we might have to do some cliffs where we're going. I think that's all I need. And make some more rockets too. So the next step is going to be to try and smooth out this section a little bit. And I think I'm just gonna keep on doing what I've been doing, which is keeping things to 2 blocks where I can. So as long as it's 2 blocks or less. Unfortunately, that is a lot more than 2 blocks. That's 2, that's 2. All this is 2. Trying not to reinvent the wheel. And I feel like this top part we can probably knock back. We need 2. I didn't bring tree parts with me. Why is nothing happening? Should have brought a bed with me too. Yeah, I'm not even sure the happy gas is that great for looking down at builds. Like, you'd have to get far enough away. You can't just be just above it. You have to be far enough away that you can look past the edge of the ghast. I'll bring some spruce leaves just in case. I think we'll eventually get there. I feel like I'm falling off of these edges, despite the fact that I'm pressing shift, and I don't exactly know what's going on. Right, so that doesn't work. This is one of those things where sometimes, you know, you realize that creative mode would probably be just a little bit easier. You're like, why am I doing this in survival again? Oh, for Pete's sake. So it's like having your own nightmare parkour course where you can't see anything. A lot of this is behind the trees, so I'm not too worried about it. I do find it nicer to put the grass usually farther back because it's a little bit taller than the ferns. That's the tree that I saw earlier. It is very satisfying when you finally reach the top, I have to say. All along here, we should be able to double up. Let's see how we're doing. I missed a spot where there's 3. Hopefully that fixes it. And then that's gonna go. And then that all works out. Nice. A couple spots I missed, but oh, I screwed that one up too. Now I forgot the bed. I don't know that I have a jump boost potion. And doesn't that make you like fall slowly? I feel like that would drive me crazy. I could be wrong though. Oh, I already had shears. Bed. More grass. Ashley Smith, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. I don't know that I have a jump boost potion. I might. Doesn't look like it though. Is it a rabbit's foot that you need for that? Water breathing, fire resistance. Nope. Yeah, rabbit's foot. Oh yeah, 100%. I don't have any of that stuff. So like I would spend an hour just looking for the ingredients to make one of those. The waterfall will hopefully look good when we get it done. That looks okay. That little bald spot we gotta patch up. That's about it. I've definitely been using the not the face cam, the free cam a lot with this project. I guess go around this way now. I'm on autopilot, heading to the waterfall every time. Yeah, I think we're gonna smooth that out a bit. Be nice to have that go up and not be so steep. Now, where are the parts that I missed? Miss anything? I think we're good. Oh, that's wrong. And so I gotta fix that top one too. Probably get away with a couple of bushes up here, although they're probably behind trees. Making sure I'm not leaving any flowers. Gonna have more yellow and red dye that I know what to do with. Maybe I'll try to do something in the sci-fi zone that's orange. Utilize all the different dyes. Is that everything? Yeah, so I think we've got basically that tree sorted. I missed a spot there. Have to worry about that. Right here. All right, now here is where I think I want to have everything go a little smoother. I'm okay with this slight jump here. From here up, I kind of want this to be all single steps. Which may not be practical. I think this one is going to have to be sets of 2. That's not bad. Got it mostly sorted. Except for here. Might be a pipe dream. This might be a lot harder than it looks. It'll look a lot better, of course, when these dirt blocks get grass on them. Which I think is happening naturally. Maybe I have to do the whole thing in 2s. Or steps of 2, I should say. So that just doesn't have grass in front of it. That's all good there. We'll have none of this. I didn't realize how much gravel there was in taiga biomes. There's actually quite a lot. Once you start digging down, you hit gravel more than you think. And this is where we might have to change this into a cliff. Oh, it might work. It might work. Blast Jordan, hello. Thanks for the lurk. Appreciate it. Ashley, how'd you find the stream? If you're still around and able to chat. Sad day, the coffee's gone. Man, die rate is very bright. I think I'm gonna have to go up by 2 here. Now this way we should be able to go up just by 1. And then I can probably bring this down as well. All right, that's probably pretty good. Certainly not smoother than it was before. I brought the wrong... That's dark oak. Crap. That means those are probably wrong too. SweetSandi, thank you for being awesome. Appreciate it. Still a couple of spots where it's up 3. I think that's about it. Cool. Nice. Definitely felt the server has been a little bit laggy the last couple of days. I'm not sure whether it's where I am and where I'm working or what, but definitely noticed. I think we can cover that up, no problem. I think I want to add in something down here because we've got this kind of not look off point, but there's definitely a build here. So I feel like I want to do something a little bit more interesting. Dad from Bear, hello. My first take on shells from a design view. I mean, I think they look great for decorative. I don't see them being very practical for me at endgame. In terms of inventory stuff. But I haven't played with them yet in terms of like trying to build with them. Depending on how this goes today, I might load up Bedrock and kind of mess around in creative, just kind of see. But I feel like this tree could use a little oomph. Yeah, I think we can probably work with that. I should go get my coarse dirt, though. Park, hello, welcome back. But yeah, as far as the not trapdoors, as far as the shelves go, and I think they're going to be probably just as useful, maybe even more useful than trapdoors are for building. You know, I mean, stuff like this, you know, building things like that. They're only going to be, I'm assuming, only going to be going on vertical surfaces. You probably can't put them upside down. So that's kind of fun. And I like the variety, but you know, I can't see them being super practical for me in terms of their redstone and stuff like that. But anyway, I take a break about once an hour, folks. It is that time. I want to pay attention to the mods, and I'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. So hopefully we'll be able to get this hill all sorted here. Do I have enough bone meal? I do. We'll do a little custom foliage at the bottom, and then we should be able to just throw some bone meal and some ferns on the cliff and see what happens. I might want to try to put an extra tree up there too, now that I think about it. Do I have... Get some saplings before I do anything. It is really cool walking around here and using the paths. I know I've been using the rockets a lot, but when you have everything finished, it is really cool to kind of just stroll along the paths that you've made. Especially when you have several different ways to get to the same location. Like there's a path that way, there's a path this way. Little fence gates and stuff all over the place. So here I was thinking we could probably make this a little bit more custom. Whoops. I didn't bring any vines. It's annoying. Whoops. I feel like that looks pretty good. Maybe we'll make this one dirt too. Yeah, definitely gonna need some vines over here too. And this I might have to change. this where I'm not going to screw up the landscape. Delara, hello. Burninator, good to see you. I hope you're having a good morning. It doesn't really work there, does it? Yep, I need my vines. I think that's it. And if I was to be another tree growing up there, I would say probably like about there. I'm going to try to actually grow it and see if it works. I don't think you can grow trees on cliffs. I think they need like 3x3 blocks around them. You kind of have to go up higher with them. Let's go with that block right there. So from here, I could probably temporarily grass block, sapling. Really? Why is it not? That's odd. Kind of put it right in line with that other one, didn't I? I'm not on a paper server. No, this is Fabric. Oop. Try for a fuller tree this time. I think that looks all right. Yeah, not bad. I feel like it kind of matches the trees around it. Whoops. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, working. And so the vines are going to help with some of these sides. I'll also bring that down here. So it makes a little bit more sense. Although I'm thinking that this is actually going to be better as a bush. And I think I maybe need to expand it down here. Yeah, I like that. And then maybe we'll try to have it look like the bush wraps around the tree a little bit. That should bring us up to here. Mikatu, hello, hello. Brainstorm Rising, I asked because Paper has some weird anti-tree griefing code. Oh, okay, I didn't know that about Paper servers. I wasn't aware. So it's good, it's just grass heavy. We'll maybe want to switch out some of these for ferns. Ferns, bone meal. Oh, I didn't see that granite there before. Must have missed it. I'm gonna have to go get more grass soon. The landscape is going okay. We kind of sculpted this hill out, put in a little custom thing here. It's nothing crazy. And I think I need to switch that out for like a stair or something. It's a little blocky. I realize it's a weird thing to say about Minecraft, but the one thing about having a variety of height differences is that it does make it a lot easier to have a mix of different foliage. So I'm not just looking for places that I need to make sure I hit the bone meal to make sure it covers up the dirt. A pretty simple technique. Oh, I messed up there. And here we can probably just go back down to singles. I was not expecting to hear a cow up here. Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to adjust something. Yeah. Need to go back and get a couple of stairs. See, this is the kind of stuff that shelves just don't help with, right? Now, do we need another tree over here anywhere? I think we're okay. I'm going to try going down from the top, seeing if that's a little bit less painful. I'm running out of bone meal though. I hear a zombie somewhere. I guess there's that cave over there too. Oh, can't get up there. All right, let's see if I can get all the stuff on the way down. I guess I didn't realize I could reach that far. And I'm out of bone meal. Of course. I don't think I missed anything, but we'll see. A few spots down the bottom. That's about it. Well, that's impressive. That's the first time it's rained so far today on this server. Where is that one that I just saw? There. Few stragglers. But other than that, I think we got most of it. This feels a little bit plain because of the way the things are positioned. So let's try removing the tops. Whoops. Split better. Now, in the light of the sun, just a little spot up there. And that's about it. Now, can I actually get there? Is the question. Everybody says yes, I think. Aha. I think that's this part done. With the exception of right there. Definitely missed a couple spots up in there too. You think you have it all covered, but as soon as you back up, there's always something. And that's going to cascade down the whole thing. I'm not going to bother with anything there. I can probably just raise this one up. Yeah, it's not bad. Now, hopefully this is not as overwhelming as the other one. I feel like because there's more dirt showing, it's not as bad. Yeah, that's good. I almost want to put a rock in there, but I'm resisting. We've got this one here, and I think that'll be good to kind of lean into that. And this is so steep, it might be worth it just to kind of make a lot of this stone. It's probably a good idea. Oh, right, the stair. Stair or slab? And probably a slab is better. Cool. That tree we'll probably have to bring down. Next, the Minecraft lawnmower. You definitely use something faster than shears, that's for sure. Cool. We need more grass, I think. Don't know if I have to go get more or if there's more in the shulker box. Just a little bit. The light was getting low too. Oh, I see a I see a poppy that I have to go destroy. I think that's pretty good. We might want to put it in an extra tree. Maybe near that fern. Yeah. I think that's a natural. I don't remember building this. This is probably a natural tree. Not a very good looking natural tree. And this might break some grass. Oh no, we're okay. I really can't see what I'm doing. Stuck under something. I'm far enough away now that mobs are probably going to be spawning if I don't sleep right away. Yeah, I think that's helpful. Tree. Whoa. Yeah, sure. I'm not the biggest fan of that weird one at the top, though. Add a little bit of layer, like a layered effect to this one. There's something very dizzying about working with trees in Minecraft when you're looking up at stuff. Same thing with ceilings. And it's the same process. I think I just need to go up there. Oops. They actually lasted longer than I thought they were going to. Oops. think that's right. Just one too much on the front. Yeah, that's better. Cool. So I think maybe what I'll do here is lean into that idea of this being a rock face, which means that this can be a little bit steeper. Now, where about do we want to draw the line here? I'd say probably here. Yeah, and then I can take this dirt off, leave this shape behind. Like that. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, we might want to go one higher with the stone. Or one layer higher, I should say. See how that looks. Yep, a little bit better. I mean, obviously we need to connect things and get rid of some of this dirt, but that looks okay. Yeah, the question is going to be how we can get around the corner. How'd that work? Do we have enough room to push that back? Yeah, we do. Okay. That should be straightforward enough. Like from here, we can probably come in here and keep this as singles most of the way. it'll probably make our life a lot easier. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll work. It's not exactly a high viewing area. It's more about just like kind of what's hanging out on the other side. And then we'll do something specific here. Nice. Yeah, it's raw, but that's like the first stage of the next area. But that's good. Like we've actually, I know I need to go back and do the waterfall, but this is looking pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. It's not too fancy, but when you get down here, there is like this little custom tree situation. Adding the trees up there really help. It's funny, you'd think that you'd want to dot more trees in the middle of the green stuff, but adding the extra trees on the top really seems to frame it in and make it feel less overwhelming. It's probably because there's less, or I guess I should say there's more contrast between the sky color and the minty green grass color when you've got these darker trees kind of like creating a border. That's why I put those trees up at the top over here. Like these trees here help kind of like contain that area. Oh. Nice. I'm not sure whether that's screenshot level or maybe here. Streams at 2 hours. More breaks. Yes, actually, I think what I'm going to do for something fun, I'm going to switch over and play some Bedrock in creative mode and mess around with the new shells just to kind of see. That might take me a second or two to spin up, so this break might be a little bit more than 5 minutes, but I think it'll be worth it to get in there and mess around and see what I can come up with. So I'm going to keep the stream going. I'm probably going to chop this up into a second VOD later though, so the Bedrock is separate from the main VOD of working on the landscaping on the Citadel. So if you're going to stick around for Bedrock, great. We're going to look at some of the new features for the copper golems and the shelves. I keep wanting to say bookshelves, but that's not what they're called. They're called shelves. And I'll just do that in a creative world just for fun. And you can check that out here on the Twitch channel, but also Joel Duggan VODs is the YouTube channel where I archive all of the streams. So that will be probably a separate VOD just to kind of keep it short on YouTube. But if you're gonna move along, then by all means check out things like the Spawn Chunks podcast and the Citadel Cafe podcasts. We were supposed to record the Citadel Cafe last night, but Stephen wasn't feeling well, so we've had to postpone that, but that's coming. We also have a new episode of the Spawn Chunks out this week, and you can check out things like patreon.com/JoelDuggan to support the stream. But for folks sticking around, I'll be back in a few minutes, and if you're watching this later, then check out the other VOD for the Copper Golems and the shelves.